morning and welcome to Cover 2 Cook. We're on episode 183 as we're going to be talking NFL. We are recording before the Thursday and Friday night games of college football, so we'll talk about those on the Monday podcast, but we got an action-packed Wildcard Weekend of NFL, so we're going to talk about some of these games that are must-watch and some, well, they might be. We'll find out. But then we got to finish with Tim's best bets. He's going to give you 4 bets for this weekend of for NFL. So you better take them because I think this is the weekend he's going to go 4-0. So let's get it started.
Yeah. I was going to do a vertical jump there. Thank you, Sox.
Travel been to Indiana, and did Cover 2 Cook get you a good hotel?
Indiana? No, I'm in Louisiana. I'm here for Mardi Gras.
I know that this might be hard, but I don't know how much you remember Friday night since we left you damn near when you fell asleep.
I got my belly full, man. I was like, I warm covers and warm. I was like, I could go to sleep right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Jack Dorsey.
Final answer?
Yes. All right.
This is going to be a long fucking day.
Welcome back to Cover 2 Cook. We're on episode 183. I'm here with Anthony and Tim, and yeah, we have a lot of NFL to talk. But real quick, I think Anthony might have predicted the future a little bit on who he thought might get fired still. Let's see what that's about. Anthony, who do you think also might get fired? If there's still an average of 5 and 8, we're at 7. Do you think there's another one in there?
I think there's one more. Mike McDaniels. I think Mike McDaniel gets fired. And here's why. Because the GM already got let go. So now they're open up to looking at getting a new GM in there. Well, what is that person going to do? They're going to say, wow, I would love to take this job, but I kind of want to get my own coach in here. I want to get my own system in here. I want to do this. Well, Mike McDaniel's not a part of that. Also, I get the whole Tua situation, but it's been an absolute dumpster fire in Miami.
So, yeah, Anthony can predict the future pretty well here. Let's talk about this. Anthony, why don't you take the lead?
Yeah, I saw this coming just because of the GM situation. Also, this guy was on the hot seat throughout the season. I mean, they did win some games, and people were like, oh, he might keep his job. Miami needs a whole reboot. There's a lot going on there, not just coaching, not just football. Outside of football, there's just too much going on. And, we'll talk about the Jags and stuff like that, but there's some optimism that you can get a first-year coach and may change things around. So the impatience has even grown more in the NFL now because who knows, 1 year and you might be in the playoffs.
Okay, yeah. Well, Tim, what are your thoughts about this?
I think this is the John Harbaugh effect.
Yeah.
I think we found out a team that found out, oh, we might be able to get him. Oh, we can maybe possibly maybe keep Tua since we have this big contract, and maybe we could go after him. Or I think we all kind of seen this coming, really, because the owner didn't come out and give him a vote of confidence whatsoever. So you knew that something was going on. And I think when the John Harbaugh deal came out, I think the owner just pulled the plug and said, you know what? I'm going to throw so much money at John Harbaugh. He's not going to – he'll be begging to come down. I mean, we're just going to throw so much money at him. Mm-hmm. But you got to hire a GM first. This hiring a coach first and then the GM. What if the GM doesn't like him? Mm-hmm. It's dysfunctional down in Miami right now. I think that Stephen Ross is, I don't know. He's a Michigan guy. The Michigan guys really like him. I don't know if he knows what the hell he's doing. So, I mean, you can kind of see the right and all, but I think this is the John Harbaugh effect. I think they think they can go at him and just throw a shitload of money at him and go out and get an OC in the DC and have John mentor, get maybe to it, or they go into the draft. I don't know.
Yeah, but 1 second. I don't see that at all. You have Lamar Jackson. He had Lamar Jackson for however long. If I'm a GM or if I'm an owner, I'm not looking at Harbaugh to make my quarterback great because you didn't have that with Lamar Jackson. I do think when coaches like this, I would see more of Rasheed or Morris that from Atlanta. Maybe he can get in there. Maybe there's like other coaches in college that might be a little bit. But it's so funny. I saw what's his name, Orlowski said that he asked so many NFL coaches whether they would go to college, and they said nope. But how many college coaches would come to the NFL? Because there's chaos right now in college football. So why if I'm a coach, if I have an opportunity to go to the NFL, I'm going now instead of an NFL player coming to coach in college because I'm not dealing with all that chaos.
But he also thinks that there's a conspiracy theory behind this as well.
What's that one now?
Because he thinks that when John Harbaugh got fired, that he had this planned out. As soon as he heard the word, he was getting rid. McDaniel was done. He thinks because there's no way you jump on firing a coach that short time period. So I'm not believing that neither. I think a little bit is. I think they want to go after him, and they're going to throw a shitload of money at him. And
maybe they'll bring Brian Flores back. Who knows? After he had to sue him and everything like that.
Yeah, which that's still pending too as well.
Yeah.
So,
do you guys think Mike's going to get a job somewhere else, or do you think the NFL's done with him?
No,
I think he's an offensive coordinator first.
Bingo. I think he can go somewhere like, I don't know, maybe the Giants or somebody like that. Somebody that's already got established quarterback, because he's a great mastermind. He is a great offensive coordinator. He can draw up plays. He just can't coach. He just can't. And there's some coordinators that just can't do it. And I think he's going to.
Look at the Chargers. That coach that was for the Chargers, now he's a defensive coordinator somewhere because that's where he fits. He does not fit in the head coaching position.
Well, Robert Saleh from the 49ers.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
So.
Well, it's a little bit of a bummer because I always liked the drama that he brought out of Miami, like whether it's him and Tua or him allegedly smoking a vape on the field. Like he's always brought like some entertainment in it for me. So I hope he can still kind of create that. But unfortunate for him in Miami. I am kind of curious to see what that means for Tua because wasn't he kind of like alluding to I don't need to stay here kind of thing? So that should be interesting how that plays out if he sticks around or not.
Well, and they've got it's a big cap hit with him. I think it's in $50 or $60 million cap hit. It might even be higher than that come next year. Might be like a Russell Wilson kind of $80 million cap hit. So they may try to keep him and see if they can bring in somebody an OC that can get him out of this funk. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't see that. Not when you say I'm cool with going somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like,
but he made this. Hey, it's either me or McDaniel.
Yeah, he ain't got that power. He hasn't done enough on the field to do some shit like that.
I'm glad you called me out on that one because I don't think so. I don't think so either.
Yeah. No. He ain't Tom Brady. He ain't won shit.
Let's have a winning season before you talk your shit.
Neither is Lamar Jackson, but I have a feeling that he has something to do with that as well. So
he's got MVPs.
That's true.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah. All right. Well, hot topic to start off this podcast, but let's move over to our NFL Wildcard Weekend. We have 4 games that are a must-watch, so let's get into it. Anthony, what's your first must-watch game?
Yeah, Bills versus Jags on Sunday. We have no Mahomes, no Joe Burrow, no Lamar Jackson. So why not the Bills? While a lot of fans are hoping their organization could be like the Jags with the rookie coach looking like a serious threat for Super Bowl contention. Bills, you got to run the ball with James Cook. Josh Allen, can't have turnovers. Defense, be ready for anything. I feel like we've been saying the same shit about the Bills all year. Just play your game and you will win this game. Jags on the other side, keep Trevor Lawrence going. Keep doing what you've been doing with Trevor Lawrence because it's working. Contain Josh Allen from the backfield. We are in the playoffs now, boys and girls. Josh Allen will take off running. He will lower his shoulder. He will get those extra yards. Just make him beat him with your arm. He's got a hell of an arm, too. Don't get me wrong. I don't trust their wide receivers. And then the last one, Etienne Jr. I know I just spelled that one out right there for you. I think he's going to have to be a huge part in their playoff run. If they're going to make it multiple games, they have to run the ball. They have to be able to control the clock when they need to, be able to close a game when they need to. That's who I think the vocal point is. For this game, I said the Jags were going to the Super Bowl. I might have slightly forgot that they got to play Bills first round. But I still like the Jags to win this game. I truly do. I think something special is going on in Jacksonville right now and home field advantage.
Okay, so you're saying it's right time, right place.
Everything's just going right.
Okay. And if the Bills were just consistent throughout the whole game, would that change your mind?
They might have won their division. That what if is crazy. Like you don't know if they were consistent.
Okay. All right, Tim, what do you think about this game?
I think it's really about can Josh Allen he's got to play Superman a little bit, but he don't do anything stupid. Don't be going back to what you did 2 or 3 years ago. Don't try to do too much. Lean on James Cook. I agree. For Jacksonville, the last 2 playoff games that Trevor Lawrence has had, they blew a big lead against the Chargers. They were San Diego at the time, and they got blown out against the Texans. I want to see how he can handle the third time around, how Trevor Lawrence can handle, because the playoffs are totally different than the regular season against a first-year coach and Liam Cohen. Here I think the defense, they're going to have to lean on that defense a little bit more, because I think if that defense really plays well, they could go pretty far. I will let you know at the end of the podcast.
Ooh.
What I got.
Okay. Well, I'm going to be a broken record here, and I'm going to say I'm rooting for the Bills. I'm rooting for Josh Allen to pull through, put the right plays at the right time in, and hopefully the Bills can pull this one out. Okay, Tim, well, why don't you take me into your first must-watch game this weekend?
We're going to talk about 2 area teams, the Packers and the Bears. Playing for the third time for the Packers, got to contain Caleb Williams. Keep him in the pocket. Don't let him scramble, and because that's what he's the most dangerous. Win the turnover battle. Don't give up the Bears easy opportunities. Finish drives. Don't settle for field goals. Convert in the red zone. Matt, play aggressive. Do not, as in LaFleur, play aggressive, man. Play to win the game. For the Bears, control the ground game. Use the running game to wear down the Packers' defense. Got to get turnovers. That's one thing that the Bears, when they've done really well in one game this year, they've won the turnover battle. They have got to do that again. They have not done in the last few games. Kayla can continue your ability to extend plays and make big throws. I'll let you know at the end of the podcast who I got.
Yeah, I feel like all 4 of these are just going to be the bets. Are all 4 of the bets?
No, I did take the Monday night one.
I was just thinking the same thing.
I was like, if all 4 are going to be, just let me know who I'm going to be taking then.
No, I did take one different one. One.
Okay. Just one, yeah.
Just
so
one.
I'll have to figure out which is the third game. No, this is like the Super Bowl for the Midwest. It really feels like the third time here. Who's going to win out this tie between the Bears and the Packers? So this should be a very interesting game. Now, I picked the Bears to go to the Super Bowl, so they better win this game.
Yeah.
Tim, what do you think?
Or no.
I'm sorry, Anthony. Anthony, what do you think?
Yeah, it's for bragging rights, 100%. NFC North teams. And when I look at the teams, I feel like the Packers were limping into the playoffs, while the Bears had a little bit more of a surge, but then they lose to the Lions, and they played everyone. Like, they did everything. So it made me a little questionable of why they, lost that game, because if they would have won, that would have been, Bears all the day. I think the Green Bay Packers beat the Chicago Bears.
Without Micah.
To get them.
Well, they haven't had Mike in both games. We got to remember Micah got hurt at the Denver game.
I thought the first game.
I could be wrong. I'm wrong. I am wrong. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was the in-between game that he got hurt. Yeah. Okay. Well, that'll be interesting to see if we can have a healthy Packers team against the Bears here.
Yeah.
Okay, Anthony, why don't you take me into your second must-watch game?
Yes, second must-watch game. Chargers versus Patriots. Justin Herbert versus Drake May. Harbaugh versus Vrabel. Wow, that's about as interesting as this game I think is going to be. Chargers, you got to protect Justin Herbert with all means necessary. I don't care if one person goes out for a pass. He better not get sacked. Need to get the running attack going again. They had a good running attack kind of going throughout the season. It seems like it's kind of died off a little bit at the end of the season. They got to get that going again. And then the defense needs to be ready for a street fight, because that's what Vrabel brings when he coaches a team. A street fight, backyard brawl. This is what it's going to be. Physicality to a T. Patriots on the other side. Get a lead and make the Chargers throw the ball. Now, when I say to get a lead, don't get a 21-point lead and let a team come back into it, okay? 21-point lead should be an easy win against the Chargers, because I don't think they can throw the ball. Keep the two-headed monster in the backfield full. You know what I mean? They're hungry. Just back to Elliott's days back in the day. Give the ball to the two running backs, which are Rashard Stevenson or what's the other one? Henderson. Got to get them going. And then the last one, have to score touchdowns in the red zone instead of kicking field goals. They have been notorious for kicking field goals in red zone. Got to score touchdowns. It's the only way you guys get to be a Super Bowl caliber team. But I do think with even all that going on, I think the Patriots kind of put a little of a beating on the Chargers. I think the Chargers kind of limped into the playoffs.
Interesting, because I was thinking towards the Patriots too, but I don't have as much information or my own information on that. So I was actually leaning towards the Patriots too. What do you think, Tim?
Yeah, you got to remember too. I mean, Vrabel's been in playoffs, but Drake May is not. One good thing is that they're going to be playing at home for his first playoff game. I think they got to get out there. They have to get out to a lead because they cannot play from behind. I know that you were talking about the 21-point lead, but that was Buffalo, and they were do or die. They had to win that one to even get a chance to be considered for the playoffs. But they cannot play from behind because we don't know what he can do when he did really well when they got behind against Buffalo, but he just didn't finish. Yeah. And he's not been in the playoffs before. So, I mean, they can't get down. They need to get out there, get the running attack, which is going to be hard because I'm going to tell you right now that Chargers defense is really good, especially against the run. I mean, they bottled up Denver quite a bit last week on their running attack. And for the Chargers, man, you had a week off, or you didn't have the week off, but Herbert didn't play. They have got to get the running game going as well. Amari Hampton has got to get going, and Vidali, and they just don't have. I mean, they have decent receiver core, but they just don't have that go-to guy. I mean, McConkey, I don't know where the hell he's been the last few weeks. They haven't gotten him the ball at all. The winner, I will let you know at the end.
Okay. So your next game, we'll hear.
Yes. 49ers and Eagles. For the 49ers, CMC must have the ability to run and catch and to control the game. Brock Purdy must be able to handle the pressure and make smart decisions. On defense, the secondary must contain them Eagles wide receivers. If they get wide open with A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, even Goddard, it could be a long day for the 49ers. Offensive line for the Eagles, offensive line must protect Hurts and create a running. They have got to get Barkley going. I mean, he's not got going at all this season. He's had half the yards that he's had last year. On defense, get to Purdy, pressure him, make him throw off his back foot, contain CMC. I think whoever converts the third downs and keeps drives alive, I think wins this game. I like the Eagles. Ooh. I think there's just too much injury on the defensive side. And I think that the Eagles defense will come to play and pressure Purdy and shut down CMC. Not shut them down, but contain him enough. I think Pearsall, I don't know if he's even playing. I think he still hasn't practiced all week. That's a concern as well. Who's he going to throw the ball to? I mean, I like the Eagles.
This is a tough one to choose from. I think I need more information or more time to think about it, but this one's tough. This has good offenses on both sides here, but they just need to turn it on. So, Anthony, what are your thoughts on this?
So, real quick, Lisa, right here. If both offenses are good, let's take the better defense. 2 weeks ago, I might have said San Francisco until I saw them play against Seattle. And then I said, you know what? I like the Eagles to win this game. I truly do. And not because of the defense of San Francisco, but because of the offense of San Francisco. Seattle's defense contained San Francisco's offense very, very well. I think the Eagles defense, we've been here. We've done it. The coach has been here. The quarterback's been here. The linebackers have been here. They've all been here and done it. I like the Eagles to win this game, but I will tell you, might be the low-key game of the week. I think this one might be a really close game going to the end.
I agree. I think it's going to be a dogfight. I just feel like it's going to be running attack after running attack. You know what I mean? I just feel like with Barkley and CMC just kind of being the highlights of both the offense, this could be a really good game. Well, I think I will just, because you both chose the Eagles, I think I'm going to choose the 49ers and put my eggs in that basket. Now, I hope Barkley doesn't burn me this time, but I'll go with the 49ers.
For sure.
All right. Well, there's two other games that we did not mention that are going on. We have the Rams versus Carolina on Saturday. And then we also have the Texans versus Steelers on Monday night. Now, I'm going to be picking the Texans on that game. So
yeah, because you have them in the Super Bowl, right?
I do.
Yeah, okay.
Well, you have the Rams on Saturday, so.
Yeah, and that's an easy win. That's why we're not talking about it.
Should be.
All right, well, let's just shift on over to Tim's best bets. We've heard the 3 teasers, so let's hear what the results are going to be.
First game, we're going to talk about the Bears-Packers. Packers are 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games, while they're 10-5 in their last 15 games. Jordan Love is back in the lineup, and if not for the injury, I think they could have beat the Bears twice.
Ooh.
For the Bears, they have to win the turnover battle, and I don't think they do. I like the Packers on the money line. 40. Hang on. Houston and Pittsburgh. The Texans are 9-3 against the spread this season, while the Steelers are 9-7-1 against the spread this season. This is the makings of a grind-out game. I think this is going to be a very low-scoring game. I would take the under in this game. Also, Texas defense is one of the best all season, but Mike Tomlin knows how to manage games in playoffs. I think this game comes down to Chris Boswell against Fairbairn. I like Boswell. So give me the Steelers, and I'll take the 3 points. Buffalo and Jacksonville. The Bills have covered the spread in 10 of the last 12 games against teams with winning records, while Jacksonville is very strong at home, and they're 7-2 at home, or 7-2, and 8-0 against the spread in the last 8 games. Buffalo has the weaker defense and have lost the last 3 in Jacksonville, which I didn't know that. So I like the Jags and the money line. And finally, the Chargers in New England. The Chargers have won 4 out of the last 5 as underdogs, while the Patriots have won 13 of the last 14 games. The Chargers have lost the last 2 games, and they've scored 16 or fewer points in the last 4 games, going 2-2. New England has scored 28 or more points in each of the last 5 games. I don't think the Chargers could stick with the Patriots. And this one, give me the Patriots, and I'll give you the 3.5.
Wow.
I am so confident in this one, kids. I really feel a 4-0 coming on. I really do. These are some great picks. I hope people listen to it. But I think these are 4 winners.
Well, you know what, Tim? I hope you don't win all 4 because you took both of my Super Bowl prospects on the outs. Okay? So, no, I hope you aren't.
Well, I will be honest with you. The one that I question is Boswell. Because now, with missing that field goal, it just feels like...
That's the point, yeah.
Yep, it feels like it could be one of those head case ones. But honestly, if you go 3-0 going into Monday night, you got to ride with that the Steelers then on that one.
Yeah.
So... All right. Well, this is a quick episode. That's because we're not talking college football, as we will talk on it on Sunday for the Monday episode, because we got Thursday night football, Friday night football, Saturday football, Sunday football, Monday football, and love it, people. You better freaking love it, because we're about to get to a point where there's only 2 games on a Sunday. That's how close we are for football to being over. Enjoy it while you can. If you like what Cover 2 Cook does, you can follow us on...
We are launching this on Friday, correct?
Yeah.
So, in with all this football, we also have a host with a birthday.
God.
So, happy birthday, Anthony.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Well, thank you. I'm 32. You know what I mean? It's not special. Got a bad knee. Might need to go get the doctor checked out. That's what happens when you turn over 30, people. Receding hairline, but you can tell by the person below that's hereditary.
That's what you're looking forward to, my friend.
Yeah. Woo! Yay! Don't take the Clippers too short there. So, all right. Yes. So if you like what we do, follow us on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and all those. Have a great weekend, okay? Have a great weekend of sitting on the couch watching football. It's raining here. I don't know what the weather's supposed to be this weekend, but if it's shit like this, I'm sitting on the couch watching football. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you on Monday.